Wonderful. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. I'm Carla Elizondo. We are continuing our reading of The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. We are on chapter 16, titled Personal Impotence or Personal Impotence. Impotence, as I like to say. Personal impotence. Okay. Self-surrender is essential, and by that is meant the confession of personal impotence. Self-surrender is essential, and by that is meant the confession of personal impotence. Impotence. I can of my own self do nothing. Since creation is finished, it is impossible to force anything into being. The example of magnetism previously given is a good illustration. You cannot make magnetism. It can only be displayed. You cannot make the law of magnetism. If you want to build a magnet, you can do so only by conforming to the law of magnetism. In other words, you surrender yourself or yield to the law. In like manner, when you use the faculty of assumption, you are conforming to a law just as real as the law governing magnetism. You can neither create nor change the law of assumption. It is in this respect that you are impotent. Impotent. I keep saying it different, but for me, when I say impotent, we have no potency. We're impotent. We have no potency. So I say it like that. It is in this respect that we are impotent. Right? We're impotent. We're powerless towards the law of gravity, the law of magnetism, the law of assumption. We have to understand how the law of assumption works, and we yield to it. We surrender. We wave our flag. We must, or we're breaking the law. We're resisting. We're going against nature. So you can only yield. You can only yield or conform. And since all of your experiences are the result of your assumptions, consciously or unconsciously, the value of consciously using the power of assumption surely must be obvious. Willingly identify yourself with that which you most desire, knowing that it will find expression through you. Yield to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and be consumed as a victim. Then rise as the prophet of the law of assumption. Oh, I love that. This is so short and sweet and potent. As I was looking up, we had a lot of fun when we read this a few weeks ago in the morning reading group. If you're ever interested, let me know. It's free. We do it every morning. So impotence, the opposite of So to be impotent means there's no potency. The condition or quality of impotent or weakness, of being impotent or being weak. We don't want to be impotent. We don't want to be impotent. We want to be potent. We want to be strong. But what he's saying here is we must, to follow the law and go with the flow of Mother Nature and life, we have got to surrender our personal and admit that we're impotent, we're impotent. Willingly identify yourself with that which you most desire, knowing that it will find expression through you. Yield to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and be consumed as its victim. Allow yourself to be absolutely taken by your desire. What we normally do is we want to be in control and we strangle the desire like a kid with a baby kitten that's too excited. We have to allow the baby kitten to just come to us and lick us and cuddle us. That's our dreams. We're never going to get it by forcing. We had a really good conversation in another chapter this morning about when you're potent. When you put too much perfume on or cologne, it's like, whew, that is strong. That's potent. They sprayed one too many. Does that attract or repel? We don't need cologne or perfume. We don't need potency in this area. We have to assume our impotency, our impotence. Because once we are, untethered from all of the ideas and the control and the how's it going to happen and the forcing this and that and this, right? Too much perfume. We're trying to do it all of ourselves, spraying. We don't need all that. Trust, surrender to the law. Creation is finished. It is impossible to force anything. What we want already is here. That perfume that you're trying to spray, you already smell great. You don't need to add anything. It's too much, and then it deflects, repels, you get rejected by your dream. You get rejected by the thing you want. We were talking about relationships this morning. When you're needy baby, greedy baby, people are like, whoa, they don't want none of that. It's when you are fully confident in your absolute being, everyone's attracted to you. It's not when you are chasing, everyone's going to run away. The thing you want, the person you want is going to run away. That's how dreams are. That's how money is. Already assume I am a wonderful person and people love me. They find me irresistible. And really truly believe that with all of your cells and molecules. And when you're doing things that make you happy and you're in your groove, everyone's attracted to you. Your dreams are attracted to you. When you say, and I love Jen Sincero in her book, You're a Badass, talking about money. Think about money or anything, right? Money's just energy. It's just a thing. But think about how we talk about money. I hate money. Money, it's never there for me. I really want it. I love it, but I hate it. It always leaves me just when I need it. Like, if you talked about a partner like that, do you think they'd want to be around you? And I mean this in a very serious sense. But if you say, I love money and money loves me, truly in the sense of what it does for me. The more money I have, the more I can help, the more I can be free to create and to work and live and do what I want. And there's this good article that Bob Proctor has about big money. Oh, where is it? I'm going to try to find it real quick. It's like money is shy and timid. It's like a lover. You got to seduce it. You can't just, where is it? Oh man, here we go. I'm going to read this. I hope this is it, whatever. The big money. When money comes in quantities known as big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. There exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared to a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward toward wealth. And the other side flows into the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and not able to extricate themselves from it, downward to misery and poverty. Every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought from the side of the stream which carries one to fortune. Okay, so every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream which carries one to fortune. The negative emotion form the side which carries one down to poverty. And this is poverty not just in finances, poverty in health, poverty in your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, the negative emotions. This carries a thought of stupendous importance. And let me just go back. Negative emotions. I'm not poo-pooing. You shouldn't have negative emotions, like I said in a previous episode. We can't always control what intrusive or repetitive or fearful thoughts that fly in from ourselves or from other people. We can't always control the thoughts that pop in our mind, but we can control which ones we are going to hold on to. If emotions are like balloons, when I talk to kids about emotions, it's like they're balloons just passing. Emotions are temporary, but when we're experiencing them, especially if they're negative, it's the be all end all. We get involved like we're pitching our tent, like I got to figure out how to live here now. I'm screwed. No, emotions are fleeting. They're like weather. Just because it's raining one day, do you throw out all your bikinis and cool clothes because it's going to rain forever? No, it's going to pass. So if emotions, think of like balloons with strings. You just observe them. Don't grab the balloon. How many of us, if we get emotionally, and that's when we get emotionally involved, we grab onto it and we hold it. We don't let it go. Womp womp, look at my balloon. And it's okay to feel those things and observe it in the moment, but it will pass. It's your choice what you can get emotionally involved in. That's where we have control. Okay, so this carries a thought of stupendous importance. This whole idea carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following this with the object of accumulating a fortune. If you are in the side of the stream of power, which leads to poverty, so if you're on the side of the stream of power, because it's all power, which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself over to the other side of the stream. It can serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it, either one way or another, will in no way benefit you. Poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may, and generally does, voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and careful executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. Isn't that the truth? So when riches take place, the change is brought on by well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty, on the other hand, it doesn't need a plan. That's the default. It takes no work. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to help it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. I love that article. Anyways, that was just came to my mind about personal impotence, personal impotence. We have to surrender. We cannot force. So think about your dreams in this metaphorical way. The way you're approaching any desire, dream, goal, whether it be for a partner, for more money, a new job, something, a goal you have. Are you spraying too much perfume on? Are you controlling it too much? From the outside, taking something that you think you need and putting it on and thinking and doing these things? Or are you relaxed? That's the outside world. Or are you relaxing in the inner peace world, knowing that you are completely impotent to that law? Yield to the feeling of the wish fulfilled and become its victim. Just allow yourself with all abandon. Allow yourself to feel it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And that's pretty opposite to what we're taught. We're taught to really strive and work and hustle and no rest and, just staying busy. We're not accomplishing anything and we're not at peace. Good lesson. I know it was short, but God, I just love it. Anyways, personal impotence. There was a lot of juice in this when we read it together as a group. We got so much out of this little page. So in other words, you surrender yourself or yield to the law. In like manner, oh, that's what it was. It's like we are either conforming or yielding. Oh, that was good. I do remember we were discussing that. So you are either going to yield to the law of the unseen world and the unseen forces, just abandon yourself, or you are going to conform to the ways of the world, the forceful, pushing, brute force way. Which way do you think works? It's been my absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching Inside Talk Show. Share this with people. If you think they'd like this, you let them know. I'm here for you. Like I said, if you ever want to contact me, I'm actually starting to work for a new therapy practice, but I'm only taking a few clients, so get in while you can. EMDR therapy. But I also, of course, have my coaching. It's powerful. I love it. I'm doing it full time now, so please hop on board. Contact me, message me. It's in my link to set up a meeting if you want to change your whole life. I'm so excited. I've really been on fire. I was telling my group of friends I have a brand new, I'm always reaching and striving for a goal. We always have to put that log on the fire of desire. We all have that fireplace inside of us. It has to be roaring. And it's our job to put the logs on. And the logs are our goals, our passions, big or small, in all areas. What are you passionate about? Don't just contain it to the one thing you think you're doing or going for. For example, we had a good conversation about, artists and actors, especially in LA. It's really hard, or New York, wherever you are in the world, to think, well, I can't do anything else because then I'd be giving up on my acting. I have to focus. I can't have a plan B. I've talked about this before. You can have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Just don't have a goal B. Your goal of what you want in life, hold on to that if it's truly what you want. But the ways you get there, I just had a quote. I think I just posted it about this. It was so on point to what oopsie, here we go. It said, oh my gosh, Carla. It says, there can be many ways to climb a mountain. If one path is not working, find another. What do you want? What sets your heart, your soul on fire? It's like, when you're around those magic people that have that spark in the spirit and they're really doing it. I want to be that. I am that person actually now. People love to be around me. I'm fun. I'll have you do some fun stuff. Just this morning, I got my poor mastermind group. We're planning a trip. Things are happening. But it gets you excited for life. We should always be working towards a goal. If you are not growing, you're dying. There's no middle ground. Don't get it twisted. I know it might be harsh at first, but once you get that, it changes the way you look at life, the way you live. There's no other way to live. It's actually living, being alive instead of a walking zombie. So I would say my message for today is surrender, allow yourself and your inner world to be totally captivated and a victim, because we don't want to be a victim. We're afraid of that. Our souls, we want to be in control. But with the law of nature, we have to just surrender, because that's what'll bring us everything we want. Personal impotence. Be impotent. You ain't got to do much. Effortless way, like we talked about that other episode. Please watch that. It's a good one. So whatever you're doing, feel it with, you are already it. Leave it be. It's going to take time. Just like, such good metaphors this morning. Polaroid camera. When you snap that picture of the Polaroid and it comes out, it's just a white piece of paper. Are you going to freak out and say, oh my God, the picture's not there? No, you got to wait. Let it develop. It takes time from the snap, which is our imagination, to the printing, what's happening in the world, on that paper to develop. So once you snap the picture in your mind and you totally feel it and you know it in all your heart, put it down and go to something else. Go snap a new picture. And, it takes that development time, just like it takes the sun 8 minutes to get to us here on Earth. The light that's shining on me right now from this beautiful beach, it's 8 minutes old. It took time to get from the sun to me. Just like we have a sun inside our mind. So the light here, just like we talked about, it takes a little bit. The light here in my mind, I'm shining it on my future. It's going to take a little bit for me to get there, but then I'll get there. So I have to make sure that I'm putting my light in my mind on what I want. We have to trust it, that whatever we have, that light in our mind is projecting forward, and then our body will move and then put the light and then pick. We were saying it's like a pick, people that, climb mountains, they have their anchor and they throw it and then they throw it where they want to go, and then they climb up. That's what we're doing with our minds all the time. So throw that inner light, that inner pick to where you want, and then just follow the rope. That's where you'll go. We do not understand the power we have. We don't even want to throw the rope. We're scared to throw the rope. But it's the law. Throw it and you will go. Throw your light, cast your light, and then your body will follow. So many metaphors. I love them. What do you want out of life? What do you want? Put another log on the fire. I don't care what you're doing. Get excited about something. Go towards goals. That's what I do. I'm so excited. There's a couple big ones now that I've whipped up in the past 48 hours. I'm really excited and I'm working towards it. So if you are working towards something and you want help, join this wonderful community and group. Let me know. Have a wonderful Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.